Hi, I'm Kirsty, one of the Fed team, and today I'm here to share with you what I hope will be a few thought-provoking ideas and practical tips to help you receive more gifts in wills. Bequesters are our heroes. They bring us one step closer to finding that cure or whatever it means to achieve our mission. Last year in Australia, the average bequest was almost $60,000, a game changer for most organisations out there. So, is your charity doing everything it can to ensure it receives more of these life-changing gifts? Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. First, does everyone in your organisation understand the importance of gifts in wills, and can they talk to it if asked? Whether that's an animal ambulance officer going to collect an injured possum from a member of the public, or a call centre volunteer speaking with someone accessing advice and support. Both of these are examples of interactions that could ultimately one day lead to a bequest. Leaving a gift in a will is not just the remit of the bequest officer, even if you are lucky enough to have one. Instead, it takes a whole organisation approach if you are to create a culture conducive to bequests. So have a think about ways in which you may be able to grow awareness and understanding around bequests in your organisation from your board and CEO down. One idea that has minimal costs attached is making sure you celebrate the life and legacy of a person once their bequest is finally realised. That could be a morning tea with staff, volunteers and family members. It could be an honour board unveiling, a tree planting, really anything that has special meaning to your cause. And if you're from a big organisation and not everyone can attend, then record it on an iPhone and simply email it around. It's the right thing to do anyway. That brings me to question number 2. Does anyone in your organisation spend time actively identifying new bequest prospects, or are they simply reactive to bequest inquiries? Truth is, if you're not being proactive, then you're not setting your organisation up for future success. Why so often does everything we know about fundraising go out the window when it comes to bequests? We all know if you don't ask, you won't receive, so we need to start having those conversations now. And also don't forget that it's not just the prerogative of your donors to leave you a gift in a will. So make sure you extend your prospecting out to volunteers, event participants, lottery purchasers, or ideally committed folk that are all of the above. It's worth breaking down the silos for. And finally, question number 3. Once a supporter tells you that they have either left or are thinking about leaving a gift to you in their will, what happens next? Unfortunately, sending a bequest booklet is not a bequest strategy. Instead, rather, we've got to build a relationship with these people, understand what motivates them, that shares stories of the beneficiaries they care so deeply about, and thanks and acknowledges their support. One idea is the establishment of a bequest club. Now, I know it sounds a little bit naff and old-fashioned, but I believe that if it goes right to the heart of your organisation and isn't just a name, but is something your supporters can connect with and feel a part of and something to be proud of being a part of, then I think it's worth considering for your organisation. Bronson's Wish, the bequest club set up by RSPCA Queensland, is a great example of this. Bronson was a dog who'd been terribly mistreated, and through his long journey to recovery, touched the hearts of everyone that worked at the RSPCA. Bronson epitomises everything the RSPCA is about and everything their bequesters hope to achieve with their support. So perhaps you can have a think about whether you have a Bronson of your own. And last but not least, nothing replaces a good old-fashioned conversation, one-on-one. So if the person within your organisation that tends to build these relationships isn't that keen on being out of the office visiting your supporters or spending time with them on the phone, then have a think about whether they're the right person for the job. So how did you go? I hope that's provided you with some food for thought, as well as some practical ideas that you can think about implementing in your organisation. We'll be sharing more stuff about bequests in the FedEx series, so please stay tuned.